Welcome back, everyone. In today's video, we're diving into some of the most shocking and insane traffic accidents you'll ever see. From rookie mistakes to terrifying crashes, these moments will make you think twice before you hit the road. So, buckle up, stay alert, and let's get started with these heart-stopping clips.
Let's get started.
Ciclista, que terminó rodando por el asfalto tras un choque con un conductor.
We all know the feeling, right? That drowsy drive when your eyelids get heavy, but you still push through it, until boom, suddenly, your truck tips over and you're left wondering if your coffee was even worth it. Seriously, folks, never underestimate the power of sleep deprivation behind the wheel. 1 minute, you're daydreaming, the next, well, you're doing a slow motion walk. Remember, sleep isn't optional when you're on the road. Next up, a terrifying moment coming your way. Oh boy, talk about a hold my beer moment. This driver had one too many drinks and thought it was a good idea to drift into a packed bar. Seriously, dude, what were you thinking? Well, probably not much at all after that shot of tequila. A little bit of alcohol. And boom, a car crash and a bunch of confused drinkers. Take it from me, friends, don't drive drunk. It's not funny when you're crashing into a party you didn't RSVP to. Here comes another nail-biting scene. So you're cruising along, minding your own business, when suddenly there's an obstacle ahead. You quickly decide to switch lanes, but wait, did you even check the next lane? Whoops, not so fast. That's how accidents happen when you don't pay attention. Always, and I mean always, check your blind spots before making a move. A simple glance could save you from a big crash. Let's move on to the next disaster waiting to happen.
Welcome to the world of luck, where luck beats all odds.
Well, this is a classic case of, why did I do that? You see an opportunity to overtake, but guess what? There's a car crossing the road. You try to squeeze in, and boom, nothing like having zero time to react. Lesson learned. Patience is key. Sometimes waiting a few extra seconds could save you from a whole lot of trouble.
In China, a tragic accident occurred when a truck took a turn at excessive speed, causing the container it was transporting to dislodge and crash onto a passing car.
Hold tight, we're about to dive into another dangerous move. Here's one you never want to experience. Trying to change lanes at a restricted zone. Not only is it illegal, but it's also downright risky. You're weaving around with a thick solid line telling you no, but you do it anyway, and guess what? Disaster strikes. A little rule following goes a long way. People, don't make these kinds of moves, trust me. It's not worth the crash. And now, for the next potentially catastrophic mistake. There it is. That moment when you try to change lanes but forget to check your mirrors first. You can almost hear the other driver scream in surprise as you slice through their lane without a care. Look, folks, mirrors aren't just for decoration, use them. A quick glance can save you from causing a serious mess. Coming up next, another risky move on the road.
Staying calm was also the way the man overcame his fear.
Coming up next, another risky move on the road. Oh no, it's late at night, the road's empty, and someone's been partying a little too hard. Driving drunk at this hour? Yeah, you guessed it. It's the perfect recipe for disaster. We've all seen it before. And this one's no exception, an out-of-control vehicle. A sudden crash, and a whole lot of regret. People, your life is precious. Don't let booze get in the way of your safety. Next up, a bad move on a busy intersection. You're cruising through AT Junction, minding your own business, and bam, out of nowhere, some genius decides to cross without signaling. No indicator, no warning, just a straight-up collision. It's simple, folks. Signaling isn't just a courtesy. It's a lifesaver. When you don't use your blinkers, this happens. Don't be that guy. Now, buckle up for a wild turn on a slippery road. Well, someone took the Drift King title a little too seriously. It's wet out, the road's slippery, and what does this genius do? Slams the wheel too hard, sending his car spinning out of control. Guess what, buddy? It's not a racetrack. Smooth moves only when the weather's against you. Slow and steady wins the race, and keeps your car on the road. This truck driver thought they were in the clear, cruising down a hill, until bam, they lose the brakes and the truck flips over like it's auditioning for a stunt scene. Let's be real, losing control like that is one nightmare you never want to experience. Moral of the story? Always check your brakes before heading down steep slopes. Hold tight. Next up is a dangerous moment on a slippery road. Here's a heart-stopping moment. This biker's going full throttle on a slippery road,
which leads to speeding,
then decides to change lanes, and bam, lost control, skidding, barely avoiding a disaster. Seriously, how lucky can you get? If you're riding on wet roads, slow down and stay in control. Speed doesn't save you, it just sets you up for a crash. Next, let's talk about a careless cargo situation. Next, let's talk about a careless cargo situation. Okay, can we talk about this for a second? This truck driver thought stacking materials higher than the cabin was a great idea.
Road ahead.
Guess what? It wasn't. A piece of cargo swings out and boom, hits something. If you're hauling stuff, check your load. An unbalanced cargo is a ticking time bomb for disaster. Another reckless move coming your way. And we have a classic case of lane switching without a care in the world. The road is packed, no space to breathe, yet someone decides to change lanes. Guess what happens? A huge mess. Folks, when the road's packed, don't be that guy squeezing in. Find the safe space and go when it's clear.
The white SUV would have been fine if he slowed and stayed in.
Let's move on to a reckless overtake. Talk about bad timing. You overtake a vehicle, feel like a champion, and then, boom, you immediately switch lanes right in front of someone else. And wham, a crash from behind. Pro tip, if you've just overtaken,
much worse.
give it a second before cutting across. It's called giving people space, not playing lane hopping games.
Sidewalk narrowly escaped death. Who do you think is at fault, the bus driver or the other driver?
Up next, some tailgating madness. Oh boy, this driver's right on the tail of the car in front. Too close for comfort, right? Well, when they both hit a turn, it's no surprise this rear-end collision happens. Moral of the story: give a little space. Your bumper isn't meant to be an accessory to the car in front. Always keep a safe distance to avoid these close call moments. Here comes a serious intersection mishap. This car coming out from a side street didn't even bother to slow down.
Oh my God.
And, yeah, you guessed it, wham, a crash right into the back of it. When you're pulling out onto a busy road, slow down, signal, and don't just speed into traffic. It's not a race. People, it's about keeping everyone safe.
Getting to park a Lamborghini Aventador is a dream, but turning it into a wrecking ball.
Next up, a tricky overtake's gone wrong. You know what they say about overtaking when you're not sure? Yeah, this biker learned the hard way. He was trying to pass but didn't notice a car crossing the road. No time to react.
Scary.
Crash.
Look.
If you're overtaken, always make sure there's no one coming the other way. A little patience can save a lot of pain. Get ready for a downhill disaster. Uh-oh, this little car decides to cut right in front of a downhill driver. And suddenly, it's a speed disaster. The downhill car can't control its speed and bam, another crash. Folks, when you're going downhill, slow down, and don't just weave around. The road's already doing half the work. Don't make it worse.
Chaotic crashes caused by runaway trucks. These clips are all about learning from mistakes so you can stay safe.
From a stolen ambulance or a drug dealer trying to escape in a car at 120 meters to a clumsy car.
A dash cam isn't just useful for its owner. It can also be a life.
Last but not least, a scary situation on a bridge. Imagine this. You're cruising over a bridge. Then suddenly, wham, a tire pops off while you're overtaking. And it's a wild ride from there. The car slides, hits the guardrail, and comes to a stop. Yikes. Always make sure your tires are in good shape before heading out, especially on those narrow, high-speed areas like bridges.
He rushed out like he was filming an action movie, blocking the car and breaking the windshield.
Oh no. This driver decides to cross the road without checking if anyone's coming. Guess what happens? A full-on collision. People, look both ways before you cross. Even if you think the road's clear, a split second of inattention and bam, you've just caused chaos. Always double check your surroundings before making a move. Let's move on to another slippery situation. This car turns right on an icy road. And, yeah, you guessed it, the back tires slip and the car spins like it's in a snow globe. Suddenly, this smooth ride turns into a disaster. Remember folks, don't rush turns, especially when the road's icy. Slow down and take it easy, or you might end up doing donuts instead of driving.
Luckily, no one.
Next up, a rookie driver's mistake. Here's a classic rookie mistake: switching lanes without knowing the proper technique. The car starts to swerve and, whoops, a collision. If you're a new driver, take your time, learn the basics before trying to be a road warrior. That's how accidents happen when you rush the learning process. Hold on, here comes another forgetful moment. The car just drifts into the middle of the highway. Why? Because the driver forgot to pull the handbrake. This one's a huge reminder to always set the handbrake when parking. It's the little things that can save you from creating chaos on the road. Next, a drowsy driver causes a mess. Here comes a terrifying moment. A tired driver behind the wheel. Speeding down the road at night. We've all felt sleepy, but this is taking it too far. When you're fighting sleep, you're not in control. Do yourself a favor, stop, take a break, and avoid putting everyone's lives at risk. Up next, the dangers of distracted driving. This driver is multitasking, using the phone while switching lanes. Who's surprised this ends in disaster? If you're not focused on the road, you're just waiting for something to go wrong. A quick glance at your phone isn't worth the risk of crashing. Keep those hands on the wheel and eyes on the road. Ready for some back-to-back accidents? Here they come, one accident after another.
In this situation,
these drivers
it's best
just
not
can't
to
catch a
swerve.
break.
Just slow down
It's
as
like
much
a
as
chain
possible.
reaction of bad decisions. Folks, remember, don't follow too closely. Don't rush, and never ignore your surroundings. In traffic, patience is your best friend. Don't be part of the pileup. Up next, a dangerous maneuver in a busy intersection. It's rush hour, and someone tries to make a move through a crowded intersection without keeping a safe distance. Predictably, a crash follows. Look, if you're stuck in traffic, don't risk it. Keep your distance and only move when it's safe. We're all in a hurry, but don't rush to disaster. Here comes a yellow light disaster. This car races through an intersection during a flashing yellow light. And, surprise, surprise, smashes into another car speeding from the opposite direction. Flashing yellow doesn't mean to go full speed. You need to slow down and be cautious. A little patience could have avoided this mess. Watch out for this dangerous crossing next. This car shoots out of a side street onto a busy highway without slowing down. Bam! A large vehicle plows right into it. If you're coming out of a small street onto a main road, slow down, look both ways, and yield. Don't just assume the road's clear. It could be your last assumption. Next up, another risky lane change. Here's another disaster waiting to happen. Changing lanes in heavy traffic with no space to spare. Guess what? There's no room to safely cut a crossing. Crash. Give it a moment. People, wait for that safe gap before making your move. It's called being considerate, not reckless. Hold on, a rookie mistake leads to some serious damage. Inexperienced drivers, take note. This car goes straight up onto the sidewalk. And, wham, loses a chunk of its tire. A simple misstep and there goes your wheel. If you're new to driving, be extra cautious. Avoid sudden moves and give yourself time to react. Driving's not a race, it's a skill. Next, a dangerous curve without proper visibility. Two cars trying to navigate a curve at the same time, without a convex mirror to
Careful
see
on
each
bends,
other,
because that is
leads
one of the
to a
most
head-on
likely
collision.
places for collisions
The
to
lesson
happen.
here? Never take a curve without ensuring the road is clear. And if you're building roads, throw in a mirror or two. It could save lives. That's it for today's video. Folks, these accidents remind us just how crucial it is to stay focused. Follow the rules, and always drive safely. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video.
Just follow the traffic
And make
rules,
sure
okay?
to subscribe for more jaw-dropping moments. Stay safe out there and we'll see you in the next one.
This is why it's so important to stay focused.
The thief tried to escape by crashing into other cars, but